How to remember your real estate scripts. Scripts can be long and there are many different situations that you need to remember. It can be a bit overwhelming trying to remember them all. My advice is to start off relaxed and even a bit casual. Start off with just one script and just read through it. Read it over and over again and see if it makes any sense to you, the situation that's going on and the dialogue between the people before you start putting the pressure on yourself to try and memorize it. After reading the script about the third time, now imagine yourself in this scenario. Like, for example, if somebody says, well, thanks for talking to me, but we're not trying to sell our home anymore. Imagine yourself saying quickly without hesitating, well, if the home had sold, where do you guys plan on moving to next? And then from there, picture the situation, picture the person, picture the scenario, whether they're looking to move out of state because they don't like California state taxes. They're just looking to sell their home so they can make money off this booming market and move up to a bigger home so they could have more space for the new baby that's on the way. Imagine doing this while smiling, caring about them, and anticipating what they might say, listening. Now that you've read the scripts a few times, the next day you come back and look at it, you want to up the intensity a little bit by either chanting or reciting the script. You want to read the script out loud, and that way you can practice your style, the intonation, and how you make it into an actual conversation. This will start to build your confidence in the projection of your voice. When you get more confident about what you're going to say and anticipating the script, now read the script, chant it out loud without looking at it. You've upped another level of confidence when you can recite the script without looking at it, either closing your eyes or just simply looking away. Once you get the hang of practicing the script, this one script, and you can chant it without looking at it, now you know it well enough to start practicing with a partner. You'll never go exactly how the script is, it's just a guide for the conversation to go. And that way you could steer the conversation most likely to where it's most beneficial for you to go. Start off with either ring ring to copy the ring of a telephone or go knock knock like you're knocking on a door and then get right into the script. If you're still learning the script and you can chant the script and you can recite it without reading it a few times but you still don't have it completely permanently down, make sure that your partner allows you to practice the script without giving you too much trouble, at least the first 1 or 2 times that you guys practice. That way you know the ins and outs of the script and you practice every single word with little to no resistance. At the end of the script, you either sign the contract or you get their phone number, their contact information, whatever it is that you need to help that future client. After you and your practice partner bounce the script around back and forth a few times, just practicing it, the mechanics of saying it and anticipating what you're going to say next, now you can kick it up a notch by introducing objections. And this is where it gets a little bit closer to a real conversation with a future client. Your friend can challenge you and they can even play the role of a character of somebody who's annoyed and wants to get off the phone from you. In real life, when you talk to some people, sometimes you will get a deal. At first they seem to be annoyed with you and they seem to want to end the conversation. You need to work through this just a little bit gently to make sure that you find out if they or somebody they know has a need to either buy a home or sell a home. Another tip is at the end of the script practice, no matter how many objections your friend throws at you, make sure that at the end of the conversation you get the signature on the contract or you get the person's information, whatever is the most beneficial way for the conversation to end. That way you have a positive visualization, and when you're out there talking to real people, you really believe that the best possible case scenario will happen for you so you can help them. When me and my buddy Vince practice, we do maybe like 3 objections each, and we work through those objections until we get to the end of the script. Now, when he does a hardcore group session with the people at his brokerage, they're pretty brutal. They give each other a minimum of 5 objections each. I think it's a great way to practice it. It might not be that good for beginners. It might be a little discouraging for somebody who doesn't even know the script yet. So make sure that you get into this. It's a little bit casual, it's a little bit comfortable. When you practice scripts, you meet a partner who's either on the same level as you, or even if you're practicing with an expert, they understand that you're a beginner and they don't throw too many objections at you and that they're not too harsh with you. So that way you can at least learn the mechanics of the script before they give you too much of a hard challenge. However, in real life, people will challenge you that hard, even when you're just learning and even when you're being pleasant. If you're a new realtor and you want a little bit of guidance, go ahead and click this playlist that I made just for you. It's a little bit of tips and advice that I wish somebody told me when I was just starting out that will help you get more deals. Also, go ahead and click this playlist that I made right here. It's me and my friend Vince practicing scripts so you can see people practicing scripts in action. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.